keep y'all on at the bottom of the program, so y'all can guarantee we won't be here much longer. But again, thank y'all again today for coming out. Thank everyone today for the effort that's been put into making today possible. All the way back from the time of Dr. Martin Luther King to what we're able to do here today in the honor of celebrate his life and legacy. I don't take it as a small honor to be up here today.
Amen.
If you'd asked me this 25 years ago, would I have ever been up here speaking in front of a crowd about inspiration and what it means to continue to endure, continue to persevere, and to never give up, the answer would have definitely been no. But that shows us that our lives are not in the hands of ourselves. But that God, just as the Bible has tells us, that he has written our lives out every step of the way before we was in our mama's tummy. And so, thanks to the mothers for not giving up on us. To each and every one of you who bear and did what it was in order to get us where we are today, whether man or lady today, thank you. Because the hand of God on each and every life is amazing. But the greatest part of it is that you don't know what that journey looks like. Without getting too far into my journey, I can tell you that coming from sitting to AEP for year after year after year, to being told that one day you're going to be great, to actually believing that, and then from there, going to spend 15 years in prison, going off and going to the ministry, and then coming back home and being asked, hey, would you be honored to speak at the Martin Luther King Day program, what that looks like in a nutshell. But I can tell you this, that there's people here today that never gave up and still don't give up. And so in each and every one of us, it may not be a lot, but what I've learned is that with a few, with the inspiration, with a desire to want to see something done, to have a change done, that it can happen. And so it's not so much about what happened in the moment, like we plant a seed, but it's more about how far can you endure, how much can you withstand, and how much are you willing to give. Because each and every one of us have given more than enough at times to make you want to say, I quit. As we sit here in honor of Martin Luther King Jr.'s life, death, and journey, I believe without doubt we can now say probably sometimes he woke up and said, man, it ain't worth it. It's been some times we done had where you look at someone like me in the class and you be like, this ain't worth it. But then again, you kept going. You kept going because in our hearts we know that if we can just reach one, then with that one, as the Bible said, and somebody else said, we can strike a mighty blow. And so with that, each and every one of you that have been here, that have been setting the blaze of journey, that have been keeping that fire lit, has allowed people like me and others who will come behind me to continue to have a reason to keep going. So if y'all look at anything today, if y'all take anything from today, from the years of the journey, the striving, the overcoming, doing your job, if you look at that and those one thing you look at is that somewhere, somehow, somebody will get it. And so you keep on keeping on. The inspiration of life is the fact that when times get hard, when you don't really see nothing happen in the dark, there's a lot of growth taking place. You may not see it right there in the moment. You may not even see it in your lifetime. But what you can guarantee is that if you set that soil and you till it long enough, and somebody else comes back and water it, and somebody else comes back with that vision, and somebody else comes back with that purpose, then eventually what has been planted shall bring forth the fruit that's been put in the ground. And so I thank y'all. But each and every person from this wall all the way around, from classmates to every individual in here, I thank y'all, not just me, but on behalf of every young man who continues to strive, for every young lady that has a purpose, for every individual that has never said, I give up. the journey don't stop. The dream is still alive. What was said years ago, today we celebrate because it's still a purpose. And that purpose isn't just with one person. It takes each and every one of us as a community, as a group, as a unit, to make a dream possible. We find things being done when we go out and we vote. We come together, we discuss things that matter. And we don't just discuss them, but we act on them. There's a lot of great minds, a lot of great purposes in this life, in this world, and in this room. But I guarantee you this, divided we cannot accomplish nothing. But if there's ever a time that we can stand together and accomplish anything, it's when we sit down, we discuss things, and we come to it with a logical and respectable understanding that we can accomplish a greater future for our town, for our community, and for the people that's in the community. Because at the end of the day, that's what the journey's about. It's about what kind of legacy, what kind of steps, what kind of footprints can you leave in the sand so when the next person look down, they'll have a purpose and a reason to continue on. It's not about picking your bag up, stepping your knees high enough to where you want to set your own trail, but it's the person that comes behind you, they look down, they can say, I can see the person right there. I know who set those prints. They kept going so I can keep going. That's what it's about. When you have a purpose, you have a vision, and you have determination. And so today as I go, again, I want to thank everybody. First off, I want to thank the doctor, Dr. Martin Luther King, for his dream, for his purpose. He never gave up on me. Through the battles, through the ups, through the downs, the house being burned, the bomb, family being threatened. The things they had to endure in those days and time in order to get to where we are here today, if you just imagine what they went through, we take it lightly a lot of times, even I did, of what it was like in those days to have a purpose, to have a vision, to want to keep on keeping on, but the opposition don't want you to keep going. A lot of times that's taken lightly until you put in that position to carry that torch. And then you have to realize that that torch only burns because you have decided to pick it up and keep going with it. And so I thank y'all for each and every one of y'all who have took that torch in your own special way and kept that fire burning. Because it's not just for me, but for those around me, those in the community, those that will come after me, that one day I'll be sitting in y'all chairs saying, hey, I remember when they invited me to the same speech. Because the fire gotta keep burning.